What is happening to me? I'm burning up.
It's gonna be okay, Lizzie.
Oh, it's not. Oh, God, it's not. Listen to me. Something is wrong. Something is wrong with me.
Lizzie, I know. That's why we need to get you help.
I'm dying. I'm dying. What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, my God.
What's happening?
I don't know.
What's up, Where's the Buzz TV? I'm Christina Williams, and we are here in New York City at the Metrograph for the Perfectionist premiere. So stay tuned, because I'll keep you in tune with all that's buzzing from this film.
So it's a lot of different levels of tone. So part of my job as a director was to sort of guide the actors and make sure that everyone understood what was going on, because there's so many plot twists in the movie that we sort of needed a little hand-holding to make sure we were all telling the same story.
And talk about Allison in the role of Charlotte and why she's perfect for that role.
I directed Allison on the show Girls for 6 years, so I knew her really well. And when we were writing this screenplay, I thought about her, because there's something about her that's a little mysterious. You can't quite always know what she's thinking. And then when Get Out happened, it was like, wow, we can use that energy of people not trusting her to our advantage, because in the beginning of the movie, we don't know whether Allison is a good guy or a bad guy, and we don't really know that throughout the whole movie. So that was sort of super fun to be able to work with her on that.
And why should people see this film, and what should they expect to see?
Well, they should watch it if they're in the mood for something completely surprising and original. This isn't a sequel. This isn't a comic book movie. This is a thriller. It's a horror movie. It's a lot going on, and hopefully they'll be in for a lot of surprises.
Can you give us a little hint or exclusive about what they may expect to see?
Let's just put it this way. They'll be talking about it when it's over.
Good. So can you talk about your role of Elizabeth in this film and how you approached it?
Yeah, so my role is your typical cello prodigy, you know, just a girl who spent her whole life playing cello and nothing else. She's a celebrity and idolizes Allison's character, who left to take care of her sick mother. And my character gets a chance to meet Allison's character and is just so enamored with her and falls for her immediately and decides to go on a trip with her. And that trip then ensues a crazy, wild ride that the audience nor my character could ever expect and anticipate. And it really unearths things in her past that she had no idea could have even occurred to her.
How did you feel playing in a thriller movie? How did you prepare for that?
Prepare? Just honestly being honest. I think at the root of everything, whether it's drama or horror or comedy, it is the truth. So finding Lizzie's true center, her true core, and trying to bring those authentic experiences to the screen, as gross and as terrifying as they may be.
And talk about working with Allison. What was that like on set with her and the cast chemistry?
I adore Allison. I love her so much. She's so talented and really smart and just sharp. And I think her lightheartedness paired with her seriousness and her devotion to the work allows for a balanced work environment, and we kind of work the same way in that capacity. So yeah, it was a very balanced kind of a set.
And why should people see this film when it debuts?
You should see it, because if you have Netflix, you don't have to pay to go see it. That's what's so fabulous about this is, you know, you're not spending $19 to go to a theater. You can watch it on your couch, but I would say watch it with a friend, because it's one of those movies you're going to want to talk about afterwards. And if you're sitting on the couch by yourself, you're going to be like, damn, who can I talk to? And then you don't want to talk to somebody who hasn't seen it because you don't want to spoil it for them. So I think that in and of itself is why you should see the film, because it is one of those films where if you don't see it now, someone's going to spoil it for you, and you don't want that.
And can you tell us any anecdotes from filming on set with any of the cast members?
I will say, that's almost gave a spoiler away. Steven Weber plays a very serious character in this film, and you would not know that he is such a charming, sensitive, funny guy. And there was a time we were in Vancouver, it was freezing. He had this big puffer jacket on, and we filmed like a slow motion video of him looking like the Michelin Man doing this like space dance. And I have that saved on my phone. I'll never forget it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Christina from Where's the Buzz TV. So can you talk about the role of Charlotte and how you approached that role?
Okay, how to do this without spoiling. This is the challenge with this movie. Charlotte was interesting to me from the very beginning. I felt like I didn't have a handle on her. Who is this person? What is driving her? What does she want? Who is she? And that question continued throughout most of the script when I read it. And so I thought, okay, I've got to do it.
And how does that character differentiate from what you've done in the past, especially with Get Out, the film?
I would say that Get Out left people thinking that they couldn't trust me, and that I took the role of Charlotte with that in mind. So I'll leave it at that.
And what was it like working with Logan, two female leads in the movie? How was that?
It was so fun working with Logan. Also, she's so talented and so brilliant. She's such a smart actress. She's a smart person, but to be a smart actress is something different. It's technical and all of that. And you can't really predict that about someone before you meet them and work with them. We just had such a good time. We had so much fun working together. And it's an intense movie, and so I'm really glad we got along as well as we did. It was very important.
And obviously you've worked with Richard before on Girls. What was it like working on this film with him and getting the script? What was your first thoughts about that?
Well, Richard texted me and said, I have an insane script. You have to read it and call me as soon as you do. And I read it, and then I called him right after. And I just thought, all right, let's do this. Let's take this challenge on together. I love working with Richard. I think his taste in his eye is so amazing, and I just think the world of him.
What can people expect to get out of this film?
Don't expect anything. You're not going to know what to expect at any moment. So just sit back and let it sink in. I'm not going to say like enjoy the ride, because there are rides that are not enjoyable in this movie specifically. But I think it's an experience like you've never had before. I can guarantee you've never seen anything like it.
Can you talk about the plot? Any spoilers?
No. Nope. I've done it once. I know I could do it again.
Thank you so much, Allison.
Thank you.
Oh my God. What is it? I don't know. What the fuck? Okay, alive. It's bugs. Help me. Help me, Charlotte. Help me.
You know what you have to do?
Well, you know what happens now.